James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.
My name is Ieuin. I'm from Wales in the UK and currently been living in Ieuin, Botswana for the last 4 years. I'm a commercial pilot. Heard there were some good jobs out in Botswana, so came over and got lucky and got myself a job and enjoyed it, so stayed out here since. My dad's ridden bikes before I was born. As a teenager, got to sit on the back and scoot into town and back and forth. And then always wanted to ride, but wanted to get my pilot's license first, so as soon as I got a pilot job, the plan was to get a motorbike and finally got myself a small DT175 in Ieuin. So after getting the bike in Ieuin, learning to ride, the idea popped in to maybe ride a motorbike all the way back home to the UK when I finished working. Spoke to my dad about it. He was keen on the idea as well because we planned to do a trip across to India a couple of years ago, which unfortunately fell through due to political reasons in various parts of the world as troubles keep changing. And he was up for the idea, so found a bike a year and a half ago, looked ideal, and been trying to plan the trip ever since. Okay. So trying to pick out some good sites in Africa. Lots of friends from South Africa want to go down to see Cape Town, so in order to go from Botswana to Europe, the idea is going to go south first of all, and then loop around to South Africa, up through Victoria Falls, and basically up the east coast, and then probably try and find a way to go around Egypt. There's lots of difficulties there from everything that you keep hearing from people. So it's nice to interact with people that have done various trips and get their experiences. So hopefully try and maybe go across through Saudi Arabia and then across up through Iran. So also very, very difficult. So trying to meet as many people and find out as much as possible. I got Yamaha Super Tenere, which I bought in Ieuin. My first big bike. Checked on the reviews, lots of stuff saying good reliability, so for a big long trip like this was ideal. They say it's slightly underpowered, but for this type of riding it's perfect. It's got more than enough power for me, and putting luggage on the back, and it's done quite a few trips across Namibia, some short trips in Botswana just to start to get used to it, working out what kit I need, and coming down to an event like this has been another sort of finalising the kit that's needed and what works and what doesn't work. Yeah, so we decided that easiest thing for spare parts is to have two bikes exactly the same. So a couple of months ago, he bought his Yamaha Super Tenere, also 2010 model, same as mine. So he'll get his shipped out start of next year, and then we'll head off sort of about April time, hopefully. Okay. He rode a BMW R75 from Wales all the way down to Egypt with my mum on the back before I was even born. So there's always been this little niggle in the back of my mind of something that I want to try. And he's also done a lot of travel with the overland trucks going from London to Nepal. I did that trip 4 times. So he's got a lot of that type of experience, the travelling, and it's going to be nice to be able to have this experience. 3 or 4 months, there's no time scale, it's just a matter of hopefully the trip is shorter than the money lost. All depends on what happens with next job. Hopefully if I can get a job that gives me a couple of months off every year, then yeah, around Europe, or really quite fancy doing Australia, having spent some time there and mother's from there, and also Canada. Papua New Guinea actually. Papua New Guinea, there's a lot of pilots from Botswana go across to Papua New Guinea, and looking at some of the stuff on the internet, there's been a couple of motorbiking videos and tours that are in Papua New Guinea, and the riding there looks absolutely amazing. Some incredible people to meet over there, completely different culture. This is my first one, it's been absolutely amazing, completely sort of outdone any expectations whatsoever. Great bunch of people to chat with, made loads of new friends, found out loads of information that would have taken me ages to find elsewhere. The riding workshops, all the other various skills workshops have been superb. So as well as my knowledge improving, the riding skills have also massively improved this weekend.
James Cargo Motorcycle Shipping sponsors Under the Visor.